BBC Radio 2. Russell Brand.
Matthew, you all right, mate? In a new hat I give you?
Yes, very nice.
Nice,
Lovely.
isn't it? Lovely new hat I give
Strange
you.
I was wearing my other hat,
Yeah.
the old hat, with the new now.
In with the new, it's a new
Almost
hat era.
identical hat, but much more expensive and with little skulls on it.
That's right, just a little cross made of skulls. That's it, I've brought you up into...
It's a kind of curse that he's got put on my head.
In a way, I have. What better than talking to Richard Branson if not talking to him out of Blur, who we adore. Some call him the intelligent one, some call him the good-looking one. It's Alex James. Hello, Alex.
Hey, all right, cheers.
That's just two of the ways we can describe you. Are you all right, mate?
Very good indeed. What are you doing out in LA?
We are I alone am hosting. I would not let Matt up there with me. He'd ruin it. I am hosting the MTV VMA Awards, mate, this year. And so we're over here preparing for it. Plus me and my mate Matt, who I work with. You remember, actually, Alex, like years ago, we met at something, I think it was called the Camberwell Poetry Festival or Literature Festival. And you were there. I think it was with Graham or Dave.
No,
and
it was with Graham.
It was with Graham Coxon. And me and Matt were up on the stage reading our Oscar Wilde stories. And
I wasn't actually I was holding the microphone for him.
And the book, I think you were holding.
Oh,
we were doing
you.
it together. Yeah.
It's quite a show.
Brilliant. I wish I could remember it.
Perhaps that was in the dark days, Alex, when you lived a different way of life. I know I did then. Yeah, that was back in... I was certainly on some drugs then.
He did some reading, no, Alex did.
Alex,
Read some poems.
Alex, you got up and read some poems. Why have you
It
exercised
was
that?
in Clerkenwell, not Camberwell.
Clerkenwell,
Yeah,
you're
Clerkenwell.
quite
Yeah.
right. You're... Ah,
Free
see, he
gin
does
and
remember.
tonics, and it was underground on cushions.
Oh, it was underground on cushions. It was like a lovely alternative
Cardiff.
world. But you don't remember us, though, Alex, no?
I do now, yes.
Ah, good. Thanks, Alex.
Unbidden.
Unbidden,
Was there
just
something
complete
else?
recall.
We did.
Are you all right, Alex? We lost you for a moment.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm hiding in my shed.
Why are you doing that? What have you done? What have you got to be ashamed of? What's going on down there in the country?
Well, there's supposed to be nothing happening, but my wife had a baby on Thursday.
Congratulations.
Wow.
Nice
Thank you
one,
very
mate.
much.
Is the baby back home with you lot now?
Yeah, and
What is going on? It's difficult to talk to Alex James when he's in his shed on a mobile. You've not got very good signal down in your shed, Alex.
I'm sorry, I'll wander out into the garden.
So he's back home with his new baby. Have you got other children, Alex?
Yeah, this is number 4. So
My
we're quite
word.
God.
Alex,
good.
you're an unstoppable force. What are you using to make that cheese down there in the countryside that we all know you're making? Alex James, secret ingredient, baby maker. Baby making cheese with Alex James. What's going on? Why have you gone... Why are you down the country for?
Why?
Yeah.
Well, since I moved here, I realised it's what ageing rock gentlemen do. It's
Yeah.
just what happens, isn't it?
Because you wrote a satirical song with Blur, country. He lives in a very big house in the country, making
I know.
cheese, lots of kids in the country, and there you are actually doing it.
It's become like my kind of national anthem. Like wherever the Queen goes, she gets that. Wherever I go now, they play that music. But
In
it's
rural
fine.
pubs.
Rural pubs, yeah, indeed. Country fates.
Yeah, actually, I'm looking now at some information. I now know the names of your children. Geronimo, Artemis, Galileo. Artemis and
Yeah.
Galileo. These are some good names, eh? Geronimo,
Yeah.
particularly, I like. Geronimo.
Yeah.
Geronimo James.
Well,
That's-
he was the first one, and once you've sort of had one and called him something like that, you've got to sort of carry on, really. I don't think we realised we were going to have so many children.
Right, yeah. You've set the bar quite high with name number one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
and
I still don't know what to call this one yet. It's a little girl.
Oh, good, like maybe the
Competition.
Should we? My mate Matt's just suggested that we have a competition on this radio show. Name Alex James's baby girl. Look, well done. If by the end of the show we've come up with any good ones, we'll tell you them. Don't
Would
feel
you?
obliged to.
That'd be very helpful.
It might be helpful. We'll come up with some good ones.
Give us a theme, though.
Yeah. What is there anything about her personality that you think is definitive at this early stage, Alex?
Hard to say, but girls are completely different from boys. Strange.
Well, hello, he's all over this fatherhood,
Could be a
this guy. Dr. Alex James. What's this do? Yeah, no, well, yeah. That's very promising for the future. Why, the others all boys then, mate?
Say again. Oh, the others are all boys, yeah.
Oh, you've got
She
little
should be
baby
called
daughter.
Smurfette.
Don't call her Smurfette.
She's the only girl.
Matt wants to call her Smurfette. I think you should be struck off from the contest for that ridiculous entry. We are not calling Alex James's daughter Smurfette, or are we? Text us on 88291 or email russell.brand@bbc.co.uk for our new competition, Naming James, where we name Alex James's babies. Hey, tell us some stuff then. Aren't you got a new television programme starting, Alex?
Oh, I'm involved in this conducting series, a kind of reality show where they're trying to turn us into maestri. So me and various other kind of types from show business are all waving our batons at the BBC Concert Orchestra.
Is that going to be all right? I mean, who else are you up against?
I tell you who's good at it is Goldie.
Goldie's good, of course he is, because he's
powerful, powerful forearms. And that's Sue Perkins as well off the telly, she's really good.
What I've always thought with conducting, and, like, forgive my ignorance, is they're not doing bugger all. They're just stood there. I mean, what are you actually doing?
Fool.
When your hand goes off to the left, what does that mean? It's just like doing the time warp. I mean, what are they actually doing? What does each gesture...
side.
You guys, go for it. What does it actually mean? Talk us through it a bit, Alex, because I don't understand.
Well, it's a kind of mystic art. It's strange. But, I mean, it definitely makes a difference. Since I've been doing this, and it's been a kind of, like, headlong plunge into this whole world of sort of orchestras and classical music, and I'm loving it.
Wow.
But if you listen to kind of Beethoven's Fifth Symphony conducted by this geezer or that geezer or the other geezer, they're all complete. They're like different. It's like hearing Get Off My Cloud.
You broke up a little bit there, but I think you were saying like it's like the difference between Rolling
covers.
the Stones. Yeah, it's like different covers, like Get Off My Cloud by Herman's Hermits or the Stones.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's just like hearing different bands do the same song. It makes a huge difference.
Even if it was the exact same orchestra, different conducting makes different noises.
Yeah, it's like remixing, really. You know, there's all these sort of scores. And then, you know, if you look at the bassoons play a bit louder. And then if you wink at the flutes do it a bit sexier.
Do you wink at the flutes? Do you ever do that?
Sometimes, yeah. Especially in Beethoven.
You dirty devil. But, Alex, what if you start to find, say, a celloist alarmingly attractive, and then you might keep looking at the cellist all the time, and then it'll be too much cello all over the joint?
Well, that is a problem. There's something rather provocative about cellists as well, I find.
Yeah.
So they've got their legs open. They've got that thing between their legs. It's the shape of a woman.
The cello.
Oh, the dirty cello. Right up the Botticello. That's what I'd say to the lot of them. Matthew, don't look disappointed. Okay, so that's good. When's that going to be on the telly, Alex?
It's on Tuesdays, the next one. And then I think the winner gets to the last night of the prom. It's great.
I hope you win. Is it going to be you or Goldie that wins? Is that your hunch, or has it all been recorded, or is it going on real lifetime?
It's all going on real live. I seem to be a bit, and I've got a tendency to kind of when it sort of starts getting hot.
We lost that bit, so now we're allowed to fill in because you lost signal. Just you went, I've got a tendency to. Then we lost signal, and in my mind, it's I've got a tendency to grope cellists. is what we're assuming that was.
I'm a bit of a gurner. You know, I start doing rock faces. That's my trouble.
Do you wear a suit, mate? Do you wear a tuxedo?
Yeah, I wear the whole bit. Yeah, all the tails. Lovely.
I bet you look nicest. I bet you look all right, don't you? How's your
I feel
hair at
all right.
the moment? What's your hair like? Is it longer or shorter? Have you got your hair?
You know what? Between you and me, what the kids brought, we've had an infestation of lice.
Oh no!
In the house. So yeah, it's quite smelly at the moment. It's got that neem stuff on it.
Yeah, that is
having to douse ourselves every day. It's not very.
And it don't matter how often people go, oh, lice prefer a clean head of hair. You still feel like a dirty little urchin, don't you, having them lice?
Might have to get it shaved off.
Don't shave it, because I think long hair will be good for conducting. You can flick your hair at a cellist. You know what I mean? It's going to raise your whole game. Alex, thank you very much for coming on our radio show. It's been lovely talking to you, and I do particularly like your column about rural life, which I sometimes read. And that's even Matt must have been penetrated by it, for somehow he knows that you make cheese down in the country. Hey, we're going to vote for you on that conductor thing, and we urge everyone at home to do the same. If is there a voting element, or is it decided by the orchestra or something?
Yeah, the orchestra decide it most weeks, but the last round is decided by the public. Yeah. So.
We'll decide. Right, let's make Alex James win. We can have an impact. Let's make him our conductor king. That don't matter. Then we've got a man on the inside, Matt. We might need an orchestra one day. Then we'll have a proper conductor, Alex James, who can bring his own cheese.
Russell Brand.